Highas and higher healing vibrations. Cosmic Cat here. Let's get right into affirmations for the inner child for September 7th. September 7th is all about emotions. Oh, wow. Emotions. I giggle with intensity because emotions are very high for myself today. This is, very special day for me. I pay attention to my feelings. Say that with me. I pay attention to my feelings. I need to pay attention to my feelings inside instead of cutting them off. It's important for me to take my feelings seriously. Am I sad, happy, yearning, angry? As a child, I was taught to deny my feelings. My anger was bad. It might hurt someone. I shouldn't be too happy. I might be disappointed. Don't be sad. Think of something nice. Constantly bombarded by messages to deny, I found it easier and safer to shut off my feelings than to explore them. Now there is a big part of me that I don't know or understand. Paying attention to my feelings can help me open that door. My emotions are fluid and they lead me inward to the source of my wisdom and power. It's exactly where your wisdom and power is. It is within you. It is not outward. It's not in anyone else that you must go seek or obtain. It is within your own life, your own soul. And were you unable to feel growing up? Did you also shut your feelings off? I definitely can relate to this. And today is actually my deceased father's birthday. And I must honor and respect him by sharing that he is the reason that my spiritual awakening enhanced and went into overdrive a few years ago. So, and was he perfect? Hell no. No. Yeah. It's interesting because there wasn't never much history to be said about his upbringing. However, through my own discoveries and connection with the spirit realm, I have found he definitely had a tough life himself. And most of the times our parents or guardians, whoever it is that helps raise us until we're 18, they do too. They have their own bag of emotions that maybe they also suppressed, and that's why they taught you to suppress. Fear is a big part of this. So are you able now to understand your feelings? Have you been able to open the door to your feelings and go within? Many of you have, being on this inner child journey. You definitely are getting in there with the nitty-gritty, in the rawness of everything. This is also a harvest full moon, and we are about to have a total lunar eclipse today. I mean, literally in an hour or so. So even if you can see the lunar eclipse or not, the feeling and the energy is still present. So maybe allow yourself some time. If you check up in your region where you're at, give yourself a little bit of time during this eclipse so that you can actually be with it, feel, maybe meditate for a little bit. We also have a portal date coming up, 999. And that's going to be significant as well. The entire month of September is very potent and intense. Intense with a lot of portals, manifestations. Be mindful of your thoughts. Be mindful of what it is you want to bring into your life. Let's pull some cards on these emotions and see what it is. So, are you able to be emotional, or have you suppressed your emotions and you don't know who you really are anymore? Personally, I had to become completely lost. I lost my identity completely. And then, no, that's not it, is it? You're it. The knife. And then I had to cut the cord. Yeah. Very difficult thing to do. Very difficult to cut cords on long-term relationships, commitments with positions and jobs. However, this knife here, this knife is asking you to cut toxic cords with others holding you back from exploring your emotions. Anyone that is, any energy around you that is not supportive of you. And perhaps also be more mindful of who you share your information with. Definitely your personal information, okay? Because it can be abused, used, turned around. If you've ever seen, for some reason, Spirit's bringing to me the whole idea of the gossip scene of how a pastor in the church whispered something into one person's ear. By the time it got to the very back and the person spoke it out loud, it wasn't anywhere near what the pastors originally stated. And this is exactly how gossip is. This is exactly how it works in the real world when people don't understand and when there's a lack of compassion. You know, when people just take what you say and run with it, change it, mold it how they want. And honestly, a lot of religions do this with the Bible. They take pieces out of what they like and transform it into what they want, and then go from there. And then it's almost like omitting completely the real parts that matter. Not the real parts, but the gossip scene, for instance. They're not considerate. They lack compassion for you. They definitely betray your trust. And so it's important that you cut cords for this energy, okay? Cut cords and ties with anyone that, you know, likes their enemies closer kind of mentality. Cut those cords. That's not the kind of world you want, unless you want that world. Now, if you like that world and that's your kind of energy, then go for it. But know that what you're doing is you're creating your own karma. You're setting yourself up to get that same thing back in return. That will come back to you. It may take years, but it's eventually going to come to you, and it will find you. So it's best just to live your life in a way that you feel is best for you as opposed to someone else. And if someone else is, because I'm getting this feeling that someone's controlling your life and your emotions still because of the pattern that you learned at 8 years old. Now you're repeating this pattern over and over and over again in your relationships. And it's time to cut the cords on this, okay? Stand up for yourself. Now, this knife could also be beneficial, not just for cord cutting. And I do want you to make sure you look up information on cord cutting if you're not familiar with it, and understand that cord cutting, whether it's toxic or healthy cords, whatever kind of cords you're cutting with an individual, that number one, it could bring that person's energy back to you. This is to see where you stand. This could be a test for yourself. This could also, it's just the way that it works. You know, you're putting the energy out there and you're actually putting energy into a relationship you had with someone. And so at that same time, that law of attraction could come into effect and bring them back to you. Another thing that is important to remember is that all cord cutting is intended to be done with compassion. It's not, just like I was saying about the Bible earlier and about people misconstruing and changing it around, and then in the end it becomes hypocritical because it's like they're not wanting to acknowledge this chapter or what the Bible says here, but they want to just pinpoint and focus on one other thing. So it's the same for you in your cord cutting ceremonies. It's not to just have compassion in certain spots or places. You're meant to have compassion through the toxic cords and the healthy cords, okay? All of them. So make sure you keep that in mind today. And know that a knife, it's a tool. It's also used, this card is asking you to go out into your garden. Do you have a garden? If you don't have a garden, perhaps maybe you can start a garden this year. Start one. You know, if you're on the other side of the world, you can start a garden this year. I would encourage you to at least buy 1 pack of seeds, even if you're not a gardener, but you are always drawn to pretty flowers. What pretty flower is it you're drawn to? Go buy seeds for that. Drop those seeds in the ground somewhere near your home so that when you wake up, you can see them. You can look out your window maybe and see them growing for you. Plant some seeds, literal seeds for yourself, and watch them grow. Help your emotions come out. If you're still cutting your emotions off, look at this. This is a knife, and we had the cutting off of your emotions. So it's time now to cut the cord on the cutting of your emotions and release the floodgates. Allow those emotions to come through. Maybe work with one emotion at a time. Be in control of your destiny. It is important to stay grounded throughout this process. Learn some grounding techniques. There's ways you can cheat it, but there's also very simple ways that you could just simply go outside barefoot. Okay, we're going to take 4 today. Go outside barefoot and put your feet on the earth. Feel Mother Earth on your feet. I'm going to put your knife up here. Yeah. All right, let's see what we have. So for emotions, there's going to be definitely a lot of emotions. Visualize these waterfalls as each emotion that you've been withholding from yourself. And look at this. Look at how spirit, look at what is surrounded by these emotions that is supportive of you releasing your emotions. It's spirit. Butterflies are spirit. Lotus flowers, spirit. You're surrounded by flowers, cats. A new love could be coming into play, and this is you and your inner child. And I don't believe it's by chance that this is that we have a shadow and a light color animal. You are embracing your shadow by opening up the floodgates for your emotions to flow through. And you know this. You do know this. Ace of Cups. We're going to put you up there, beauty. Yeah, and as soon as these emotions come, immediately you're going to start feeling the judgment. Immediately you're going to be rebirthed. Rebirthed into the new you, which is actually the remembering of you. This is guiding you to not only connect deeper with your inner child, but also to remember who you are, who you were before you came to Planet Earth School. Allow yourself to look at this card and feel any emotions or feelings that you feel. This is going to enhance your intuition. Maybe your breath slows down, speeds up, heart rate slows down or speeds up. You could feel tingling throughout your body or a specific part. You could even release gases. Whatever it is that you're feeling, allow your body to do it, and then be aware of what your body's doing. Is your body shaking? Is it numb? Is there some heat or chills that you're getting on certain parts? All over? Follow your intuition with what you see. balance, rebirth. A new way of life for you is coming because of what you've done, because what you decided finally to step into. Oops, sorry. Yeah. And then you come into the star energy, and these are both soul level cards. So we have this Seven of Swords here. And it's interesting because the Seven of Swords is could suggest trickery. You're actually creating, you're being self-reliant upon you. So this Seven of Swords energy is actually more of showing your independence. You feel this star energy come into your life, and the star helps you with your optimistic mindset despite all the obstacles around you that you have. So you're able to recognize and use your own inner strength that you have found to overcome challenges instead of externally seeking help. Doesn't mean that you won't ever. It just means that you're learning discernment and knowing what you must do solo and what must be done as a group. This helps you overcome challenges and really extend your generosity and compassion for yourself and for others. Before it used to be just for others, but now you're including yourself now. You are realizing you are worthy, you are valuable, and you belong. You are deserving. And then you come into this self-reliant state of being that you haven't ever felt. You earned it. You earned it through all of these challenges, through all of this path that you're on, through opening up your floodgates, through choosing to pay attention to your feelings. It opened the door. And your emotions led you inward to the source of your own internal wisdom and power. Beautiful. Wow. I tell you, this was a great reading. It really lifted my spirits. I hope that it lifted yours. I do this free. I give my time willingly. Please be sure to subscribe to my channel, hit the like button, share in the comments below how this resonated, if anything resonated for you. This is a path that Spirit's guided me toward, and I would be honored to engage with you on a deeper level to what cards stood out for you. Maybe all of it. Did everything really resonate? Or was it just a certain specific something? Were you triggered in any way by what was read? Share in the comments below. Let's engage, and love to hear what is going on with you in reference to all of this and to how these cards relate to you. Did it help your intuition? Was there one piece of information that you gained from this that really lifted your spirits or helped you understand something that you've been trying to understand for years? That's the message I have for you today. If it's your birthday, please check out the birthday reading. Also, there are 3 short videos that I do every day. It's an angel number card, an angel card, and an animal spirit. These are all ways that Spirit tries to reach us. If you are new to your spiritual awakening path, I do encourage you to check those out. All right, have a cosmic day and tonight, meow.